Hello everyone. Reference. Hello Lucky Now Dreads, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so let me just get these invitations, get things set up. Hey Manuel, how are you? How are you doing? How is Nigeria? How is the 3D industry there? And you can let me know if everything is going. I like the music. Alright, so today we're going to be making. We want to make something like this, and I guess we can start right away. Very fine. How is the industry there? What do I want? I want Sketchfab. Okay, I want a hand. I don't want to use yesterday's hand. I want something different. Hello, Skyguard. How is Taki? How is Taki? I want something that is rigged, that is easy to rig. Let me get this hand here. Very fine. Good. Okay, let's have this image. This model is a mess, but let's just merge it. I think it's a 3D scan, so it has a ton of polygons. Let me decimate it. My PC specs. Let me see. Does Nightbot still work? I don't think so, but it's I'm using an i9 with 8 GB of RAM. Sorry, 8 GB graphics card. That is a 3070. Let me just use the old hand. Thank you, Emmy. Your name is really hard to pronounce, but thank you, Emmy Ho. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but thank you. And just use this hand we used yesterday. You don't even need to rig it. You add a camera me see. Hey, Midnight Studio, glad to see you again. How have you been today? Lucknow dreads. Ah, okay, good. Start right away with the background. I don't really like the way the hand is posed, but I also don't want to download a new hand either. Keep doing it. It can. Keep doing it. Can you do the proximity animation I told you today? Ah, yeah. I'll try to remind me. I will try to do it today. Let's get this mouse here. I'm trying to find a better way to create mouse here. I think if we create. We don't have to complicate things. Let's start with a subdivided thing like this and add a displacement modifier with yeah, I think something like that. Let me apply this, and just to reduce the polygon count, I'm just going to delete these bottom vertices so that we have something like this. That's going to be the mouse, and let me just, and it's going to have some, maybe, let me use an image. The legend is back. Thank you, Nikis. And welcome back as well. I'll just use this. By the way, if you want to see the reference, just go to the Discord link I've added, and yeah, you can check the reference there. So I want to instance this and see if it will work as a mouse. Maybe let me this maybe 5 1. Okay, so let's instance this, and I'm just going to go to the top here, box select, so that we are selecting all the points facing up, just like that, and that's why I want my mouse to grow. So I'm going to just use a hair system this time, keep things simple. Now let me first call this mouse assign, and we can go to the particle system, mouse, and render the objects we wanted. What did we call this? It should be called mouse. Perfect. Let's call this mouse. Where is this music? Mouse hand. And rotation should be normal. and to make sure that we're getting the right orientation. Yeah, I think that's okay. Can add some randomization in the phasing, and let's use children. Let me smoothen this a bit. Sometimes it can be a bit hard to orient particles in Blender, but I think we are getting there. Let me do. So that's going to be our mouse, and we need to add some variation. Let me just grab some noise. Is the object, and I'm going to use the hand as the object so that we can have some nice variation in the mouse. Since I got hacked, my Discord acts funny. I can't enter your server, but I can't. Oh, sorry about that. Just wanted this type of tutorial for my project. Thanks. Ah, nice. Let's do a mix color. Overlay. We need some larger particles. Let me call this layer 1, and let me add another layer. But these should be fewer, let's say about 200, and they can be much bigger. And they should also use the same vertex group. Let's improve the lighting a bit. Hey, thank you, Viraj, for subscribing. Okay. So I think I thought my stream had turned off for a second there, but I think it's okay now. Anyway, yeah, I want to add in some bit of grass. that. Let me also add in maybe an environment. We can search for some routes on Sketchfab and see if we could use that. Yeah, I like these, but this is... Let me see. I want something downloadable. Let me get this, and let's see. Oh, we could just make our own routes from curves. Just going to draw a few. Let me just make some random branches. Yeah, I think something like that should be good. How to add random rotation and motion in particles with, while still giving them symmetrical movement in geometry nodes. Like say that for rocks which are distributed on points by instancing. I'm not sure I understand the question very well. Maybe if you have an example, you can post it. You can post it in Discord and see. And yeah, maybe I can take a look at that. Let's do radius, set curve radius here. Use the spline parameter. I think I need to flip this. Let me use a ramp. Just give these. And let me use a shader here. Let's use some tree texture here. Just use this. Okay, now we can draw a little bit more. I think I need to draw on surface. And we can always remove the ones that don't make sense. Like this. Let me make this a bit darker. And the hand itself should get a dark material. Let me try this. And let's use let's add some hair. No, I want grass. I want, let's use maybe this. Looks simple enough. Just place it somewhere. So this should be a grass. Let's see how it looks. Hello, Shushu 1913. How are you? And thank you for the love. This is freezing. Okay, so this is how this looks. I think it has transparency, so no, let's not focus on the grass for now. Let's see what else can we do. Let me come to the mouse, make it a bit less shiny. Do I have Botanic installed here? I don't know. I don't think. Let's get a tree to add in here and see. Let me get a tree. Let me use some of these. Yeah, let's just get this is on fab. I don't want to use fab. Yeah, like this dead one. This is an interesting tree. Can try this. Like this. Okay, we need, let's see, it's made up of different meshes. I think we need, yeah, it's going to depend on how the materials are set up, but let me just make sure that it's centered. Yeah, let me just have it in a collection called tree, because I don't want to deal with the different meshes, and I'm just going to instance the tree collection here and just now, man, this is a really nice tree. I think it creates character. Let me frame my camera a bit. I'm good, Shushu. I'm good. Now, I think I want to see some good rays. Let's see if we could do that. I'm going to use our volume scatter. And let's use a very small angle. And I want to play with some compositor effects. Let's add glare, bloom, color balance. I'll put a link in the Discord. Okay, let me check. Where did you put it? Is it this? So I think you can use a particle system for this. Instead of geometry nodes, the only issue is that stopping these would be a bit difficult. I'll try to show you how to do it after the stream. Just remind me. Okay, let's use. Let me use translucence for this. That way we can just have a light. And just add this in the back. We can maybe, what could we add here? I was thinking maybe add some sort of house or building. Let's see if I can find something from Sketchfab. Let's get this farmhouse maybe. Yeah, simple house, not a lot of meshes to deal with. Let's just get with that. I think we can use index node to stop. To stop. Let me finish here and see. I don't think. How would you use the index node to stop it? Let me do a quick render here. Yeah, I think we need to create better mouse. Maybe better lighting. Lighting and materials so good that it makes the shitty 3D house look awesome. Thank you. But I think the mouse lacks a lot of detail. Because if I look at it from the render, we either need to use some... I don't want to use... let me add a hair system. A grass maybe. Maybe that could help. And let's give this some grass material. As a hair. It's the best lighting for me, bro. Thank you. Yeah, I think if we add some grass and let me make the grass a bit thicker, the shape. Okay, this might be a bit too much. And let's randomize the height a bit with a texture. And we just want influence the size, or is it the length? Yeah, the reason I didn't want to use the hair because it can make the project quite heavy, and I'm already starting to feel it. But, let's see. Yeah, randomize this. Let's do 2000 maybe, and give this a quick render. Hey Gary, how are you? Glad to see you again. Glad to see you again. Does the stream freeze when I'm rendering? I guess I should ask. I shouldn't ask when I'm rendering if the stream freezes when I'm rendering, because you wouldn't be able to tell. I think it's fine. The grass needs to be a little short, I think, and we could also use a little bit more rocks on the hand. But yeah, I don't think my PC would like that. There's so many things we could do. Maybe even come back to this and add some. I mean, first resample these branches or these roots and add some noise. Yeah, I think it makes them look better, and I need to make sure the influence only affects mostly the tips. Yeah. Let's see if we make it a nice scene. Let me get all the lights and see. I'm trying to see different versions of this. Let's use a sky. Yeah, what do you guys think of this? I think it looks a little bit better than we had before. We could try different colored trees, and I think it's a bit too dark here. So let me just... Some of my shortcuts are being used by a different program. I don't know what this is. That is adding this FPS here. I think it's maybe the NVIDIA. Let me see. Clear rotation. You know, I think I like the results. I'm not sure what to go with for the background. Oh, and we also have this. Let me give this a render. What do you guys normally do when you're rendering? Because I like playing some games. The texturing on the road needs improvement. The details on the house looks too plain. Okay, so this is what we have. I like the grass, and the mouse now looks more like rocks. Let's see. The textures on the roads need more work. Overall, it doesn't look too bad. At least we achieved something similar to what we have here. But let's see, how long have I streamed so far? Nearly 1 hour. Anyway, so Midnight asked the question. Let me try to answer your question and see. So I don't think you. Yeah, this could be done using simulation zone. Let me try this. And if I just get the video. Just Alright, let's try doing this. So we want some rocks. Get some random rocks. There's some free standardized rocks I remember that we could use here. Hey, these. No, let's just go with these. But these, I think, have too many polygons. Let's just go with these. They're simple and And I think we need to first separate them. Let's first merge by distance and then separate each and reset origin to geometry, yeah, and clear parent. Keep transform. I'm just going to have them in a collection. Okay, so yeah, the first movement we want is this here. Again, we can just use geometry nodes for that. We're going to start with let's see. We want an emitter. Let me see. We can start with a simple line, curved line that is horizontal, running on the X, and we can resample, or we can convert it to points. Curve to points. Curve to points, and let me just raise this up a bit, and I can bring in the collection, and we want to use a simulation zone. That so that we can add more points on every frame. I don't know if I should. Now I think I want to see if I now let me just instance after the simulation. So instance on points. Scale this down, and then we can join these. Okay, so I can see we're adding more points every second. Now we can give them position, so we can do a set position, and that would be in the negative direction. So we basically have them going like that, which is good. Then you can use sample curve. Check this code for my setup. A sample curve. Why would I use a sample curve? Sample curve. I'm not sure. So we have that movement, and you can see we have a pattern going on here. I want to break that pattern, so let me just use a random value here. But I don't know how to split them in X and Y. Extract the rock generator. I don't know. Let me just let me first see how I would approach it, and maybe I will look at your approach and see. Yeah, you can. Does that? Alright, so if we want this to be random, we might have to do it here, or before the simulation, or after the simulation. Anyway, let's first ignore the repetition we are seeing, and just go with this. Now I want them to look like they're bouncing around, and I think I can just first copy these values, negative 0.12 and negative 0.08. So for the tumbling, we can maybe use a noise texture and just add it here. Mostly we want it on the Z axis. Let's see. Okay, I think it's going too far. Let's use a math node, subtract 0.5. Okay, you can see we're getting some tumbling, but it's not. It's too much. So let me slow it down. And they're all creating the same patterns. Let's see if I just use a random value, if that would let's see. And let's use a time to change the seed. I think using the noise might have been a better way, but I think the noise gets added on top of each other. That's why you see that it's spreading out. So maybe instead of doing it in the simulation, we could let me see if we could do it before this, after the simulation, using a set position. Someone is calling me. I don't know. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, let's see, where did we leave off? Yeah, I think if we do it after, we get a more the same vibe, but I think let's see. Yeah, You can see we can create the same tumbling effect. Make it more random. And if you wanted to make it feel like it's moving and more random, we can use a position. And let's add time. Yeah, you can see we get that tumbling. Now, the only issue we have here is we don't have the same rotation. We don't have any rotation, but that's easy. We can just create some random rotation. So let me change this to a vector. This is -1. Set this as the rotation and use a vector math again and add time. So that is animated. So now it's, I think, nearly identical. So let me look at this in UV. And this is freezing. I don't know why Blender is freezing quite a lot. Nowadays. Anyway. Let me change the material of these. I don't like the material that came with them. Let me go with this. Okay, so yeah, that would be the first part, and you can make this a larger layer of particles. Maybe we could, because right now we're emitting from this one single line, but we can duplicate this using the duplicate elements. And let's do maybe 3 and use a set position and just push these, just create a stack like that. I'm just going to use a math node here, vector math. To scale this. And I think we can also randomize the X and Y. So I'm going to use a random value here. That would be on the X. Just to make the emission more random. Looks good? Thank you, thank you. Then what else? Then we can continue on. Okay, so now you can see. Okay, so we still have a stream. It's not very random, so I think we could change the seed here using time to be based on the current frame to make it more random. Yeah, I think that's better. That's better. And if you want to make it flat, then you remove, what was that? What was, yeah, you remove the Z component here. How are you going to control the roll? That's what I'm getting to now. Okay, let's just do this as part 2. So here, and let me this. All right, so this is for the flat one. So for that you have to remove the Z component, and that way this goes straight like this, and now to stop the roll around here, we have to do it in the simulation. So let me first make this more spread out so that we have more to work with. So you can see how this is moving, everything is moving. Now I can add in areas where I want things to stop. I can use an empty. Let's use this as the empty. Bring it into the simulation, and we want to just calculate the distance. So using vector math, the distance of each point from the location. So distance, and if we take a look at that, if we use our map range, and let's make sure this is set to relative. So let me use our ramp to make this more clear. Let me use a point radius, a set point radius. So you can see when they come here, when they come to this area, they turn black. So we can use that to stop, to pause them there. So let's see. And the way you do that, we need to store this value onto the points themselves. So we can use a variable called maybe stopped, and that is just going to be this. So this, and let me see, and it needs to be consistent. So you have to bring it back. I explained most of these in my geometry nodes course, so if you are unable to follow along, you can check it out. Let's see, we need a math node, and I think multiply could work. So if we just take a look at this stopped attribute, I think we need to first reverse this, and this can be let's see. Yes, let's see, add, yeah, it has to be add, and we need it to be more spread out, so that when the points attach or get within the sphere, they continue with that mask color or with that color, and then all you have to do is just use that to scale this value. So the vector you're using, this music is too loud. Can you send me? Yeah, I'm going to add the blend file on Discord, don't worry. Yeah, so yeah, but we need to reverse this. So map range from 1 to 0. So they should move until when they touch. Okay, that's going to be a problem. So when they touch, they stop immediately. Oh, so I think this value shouldn't be that high. It should be maybe 0.1, so that they stop slowly. Maybe, let's see. Yeah, you can see they stop slowly. Let's do 0.5. Let's see how this. Alright, let's look at the spreadsheet and see what's going on there. Spreadsheet. My points. So the stop value should start increasing, and when it gets to maybe a value of let's do a value of 10, everything stops. So if, say, compare, let's use a compare. Actually, we don't need the scale now. We can just use, if this is greater than 10, then no, this, if this is less than 10, this move doesn't seem to work. Hey, let's do less than 4. Alright, so I think I have to think of this a little bit more, because I thought because they are stopping, but not in the way that I want. And see, they are stopping there, but not this way. I would have to rethink of this, think of this a little bit more, because let me see. I think maybe another approach we could do is first store the position, the old position. Let me call this old position. That way, if they are within the range, they switch to the old position. So I can use another set position and just get the named attribute position, old position. I just want to see if this would work. Why would we? Okay, so Maybe that would work. Let's see. We just need this. Okay, they're also pausing in the same way. It's kind of tricky. I have to first think of this even a bit more because the way they're stopping is not exactly the way I expect them to stop. Let's see if we switch between they always just stop exactly. You know, I think I'll have to first think of this more because yeah, they're doing something different than I expected. But yeah, you can get the project files. It's going to be in the Discord. Let me save it then, actually. Is my Discord? So this was just set up. I'll check it out. Okay. Okay. I think. Oh, so Discord is not has a limit of 10 MBs. So I'm just going to upload them to my. I'm going to upload them to my Blender Market page in the free section. Where is that? Where is that? I have that page opened. My account. It's going to be on this page, and I'm doing it that way because I'm an affiliate of Blender Market. So if you go to this page and you later buy an add-on, it also it helps out the channel. So let me call this I don't know what to call it, live stream project. Let me just use a date 2020 25. I'm going to save this on my drive. Oh, let me make sure that I pack. external data pack. So alright, so if you want the project file, it's going to be here on this page. Hello, Amy Math 3D. So the free project files we have done here are going to be on that page if you want to check them out. Why is it not allowing me to share this? Anyone with link? Yeah. Okay, so that's it. I'm just going to go on and work on other stuff, but thank you for showing up. I'll see you in the maybe tomorrow. We'll see. But yeah, that's it. Thank you.